The Federal and Velevin Hypermarket jointly present the Thoothukudi Marathon 2024 to raise awareness on drug abuse. The event is co-presented by Edison Cardio Care Center, Tiruchendur, powered by L. Anand Jewelry and St. Mother Teresa Engineering College, Thoothukudi.
Hello and welcome to The Federal. The politics over onion is back to haunt the Maharashtra government, which is preparing for an assembly elections in a few months from now. Today we are talking to Mr. Anil Ghanwat. He is a farm leader who was part of the Supreme Court appointed committee, and he is also the president of Swatantra Bharat Party. Thank you for joining us, sir. Why are the onion farmers of Maharashtra upset? What are their demands?
The onion farmers of Maharashtra are really in distress and they are upset because of the government interventions. Whenever the onion crop is in a position of getting better prices, the government intervenes and tries to pull down the prices by levying stock limits or sometimes banning the export. If the export is open, then there is a MSP and even the export duty. So all these measures taken by the government pull down the prices of onion to a level which is not affordable to the farmers. The farmers have been losing money. They are doing their business at a loss since last 2 years. The onion didn't get a good price. Now the farmers were in a position to get a better price. The government came in, it banned the export. The prices dropped by 30 rupees per quintal. Uh, so 30 rupees per kg. So if a farmer is producing 100 quintals in an acre, he has lost 3 lakh rupees straight away. Now, after the export ban was released and the MEP was levied, and even the 40% export duties there, still the prices were going up because the export was going and the farmers were receiving almost 35 rupees, 33 to 35 rupees per kg. But because of the export duty, the prices in the international market are not compatible. So the onion prices are coming down once more. So the farmers are naturally going to get upset and they may take actions in the next elections or whatever they think. But onion is not a very costly commodity here in India. If you see the international uh, जो आप देखते हैं पूरे दुनिया में कि प्याज के रेट कितने हैं तो इंडिया इज द कंट्री सेलिंग cheapest onion in the world. It's $0.42 means we are selling at an average of 35 rupees a kg. It's not a very costly thing to afford for a family which is earning there in the cities or which is buying onions, because there has been a study conducted regarding the consumption of the onion and the spending of the public on onion. So it says that a family of five consumes approximately 5 kilos of onion per month, and the average price last year was 30 rupees. So even if the price is 30 rupees, the family has to spend only 150 rupees per month on onion. If the prices touch 50 rupees, they will have to spend only 250 rupees. And even if the prices shoot up to 80 rupees, if the consumer has to pay 80 rupees, the total cost will be only 400 rupees per month on onion. So it's not too much. The government doesn't shouldn't think that the inflation has gone high because the onion prices have crossed 50 rupees. This is an atrocity on onion farmers, and you are compelling them to do their business at a loss and year after year, and you are not never giving them a chance to earn some money. So the farmers of Maharashtra are upset. Unless the government stops its intervention in onion trade, they are going to be upset.
So the union government is planning to spend about 1500 crores this year to buy onion from Maharashtra, and around 500,000 metric tons will be procured by the government. That is a huge amount, but still the farmers are unhappy.
This is a consumer bias decision. Why is the government procuring onions? Because it feels that there's going to be a shortage, and whenever there is a shortage, the prices will go up. And to pull the prices down, the government will release the stock which they are holding. So this is in favor of the consumers, not the farmers. Onion doesn't have any MSP. Whenever the government announces that the is going to procure onions from the farmers, means it is going to procure at whatever the prevailing onion market prices are. They are not going to give higher prices to the farmers. It has been going on for last 3 4 years. When the onion is procured from the farmers, it's procured at the present market rate, which is almost sometimes 4 rupees, 5 rupees, 8 rupees, 10 rupees. So it is at a loss. The cost of production of 1 kilo of onion is 20 rupees. And if you calculate the storage cost again with it, it goes up to 25 rupees. Unless the farmer receives 25 rupees a kg in his hands, he is at a loss. And wherever the prices touch 25 rupees, the government comes in, and then it takes measures to control the prices, like they may put an export ban or put an MAP or export duty, even stock limits. And sometimes in Maharashtra, it has happened that the government officials have raided the onion merchants. They have raided the onion traders, and they have just threatened them of putting a CBI raid or IT raid or ED raid, and they compel them to buy at a lower price. So these measures are taken, and the money which is going to be spent, 1,500 crore rupees, is going to be a waste, because NAFED and NCCF, this total system is a fraud, and all the officials are corrupt, and they just make money. They are hand in gloves with the local politicians, maybe the MLA or MP of that region, and they appoint the procurement agencies. They take money from them, and the total figures are they are not real. They are forged. If they are told to buy 50,000 quintals of onion, they will buy 20,000 and then say the rest has rotten away. It has been spoiled, damaged. So it is not in the favor of the farmers, neither it is in the favor of the consumers. It is only good for the bureaucrats in NAFED and NCCF and the politicians in the region where the procurement is done. So it's not going to help farmers. Second thing is that the onion purchased at 10, 12 rupees kg will be stored in the government godowns, and whenever the prices hike and go up to 25 rupees, 30 rupees, this stock which is stored with the government will come into the market, and again the prices will be brought down to 10 to 15 rupees. So this stock is harmful for the farmers. It is not good for the farmers. It is all done for stabilizing the onion rates at a certain level, which is not affordable to the farmers. So this expenditure and the stock is not for the farmers, it is for the consumers. The people of India should know that this is no favor for the farmers, and the farmers are angry about it. Many farmers say that this should not be done, because the onion procured will be used to bring down the prices of onion when they are going to rise.
Sir, the Union government lifted the ban on exports in June this year. So farmers should be happy about it now. What is the concern of the farmers now?
The ban was lifted foreseeing the coming elections of Lok Sabha. They thought that the onion farmers should get a better price, and so they lifted the onion export ban. But they also wanted the prices to be low. Just this is a show that we are in the favor of the farmers, and we are lifting the export ban. But when they lifted the export ban, they imposed MEP, which is minimum export price, up to $550, which comes up to 46,000 rupees a ton. $550 a ton is 46,000 rupees a ton. and plus 40% of export duty, which means it's 64,000 rupees a ton to be exported to leave our docks, Indian docks. So the international market was at that level when the MEP was levied or the export ban was imposed. Sorry, the export duty was imposed. But now the international market has fallen down. Pakistan is a competitor. It has entered the market, and so now Indian onion is not sellable in the international market. So that has created a problem. Export ban should have been lifted cleanly with no MEP or no export duty. Then only the prices of onion would have stayed at the level which we have wanted or the farmers would have appreciated. So it's no use lifting the export ban and imposing MEP and export duty on onion.
Sir, if the government allows export of onions, then it will lead to inflation and shortage within the country. The government has to balance everything and keep prices down. I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. So, how do you look at this challenge?
It's a inflation phobia and onion inflation phobia. All the parties which are in the government, the ruling parties, they are afraid of this onion inflation. As I have explained, it's not a major problem, but they think that it's a major problem. But why onion has become so critical? It's because of the government intervention, the knee jerk decisions taken by the government to abruptly overnight ban the export or even import at a higher rate and sell in cities at a lower rate. So these interventions cause these damages. Actually, government should not intervene in this trade if the government is not taking part in the trading of onion. Then what will happen? The traders will they evaluate the situation every time. They are very sharp, even than the government. They know what is what the production is going to be, what the demand is going to be, where the rates are going to be stabilized. And if there is a shortage, they may import from other countries which are producing onion. If there is a surplus, they will send it outside, they will export it to countries which are demanding it. So that way we can stabilize the prices. This is not the way. By just pulling down the onion prices is not the way to control inflation. Actually, inflation doesn't mean only onion prices. And a friend in Australia, I asked him what is the situation there in Australia. Is there a hike like India? Sometimes the onion is 100 rupees a kg and sometimes it is selling at 2 rupees a kg. So he said that in last 10, 15 years, the fluctuation has not been more than a dollar or more than a dollar more or dollar less. But here in India, we see this type of situation only because of the government in the intervention. No company is interested in putting up processing plants here in India for onion because they are not sure when the government is going to impose some limit or some ban, and their unit which has cost them crores of rupees will be idle for some months or even a year. And what are they going to do? How are they going to repay their loans? So no company is interested in processing of onion. Actually, if onion is processed, if it is dried and stored, it can stay for 2 years, and then it can be released whenever there is a shortage. A new technology has come which can store onion in deep freezers in cubes, and whenever required it can be brought for the table use. So these technologies are there, but yeah, they are not being used in India because of the uncertainty in the policy of onion trade in India. So if the government gets out of the onion trade and lets it free, let the onion farmers face the international market, let the Indian traders face the international markets. We always have TG Mandi and sometimes we can lose or sometimes we can win. But with government intervention, we are sure to lose 100% every year, every time. So this is the major problem. If you want to control inflation and give a stability in the prices of all agriculture commodities, just government should step out of it, and then only this can be achieved. Otherwise, not. There is always going to be a phobia in the political leaders, and there is always going to be an onion crisis for the consumers and even the farmers. So government is the problem. Government should step out of it, and everything will be stabilized very soon. I think so.
So, a few days ago, the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Ajit Pawar, said that NDA lost in Lok Sabha elections because of onion farmers. How serious is the problem? That is my first question. And my second part of this question is the problem limited to Maharashtra, or there are other states where onion farmers are also suffering?
Of course, this problem is not limited to Maharashtra. Now, many states are producing onion in a large quantity. So, this is a problem for many states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, even Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, even Tamil Nadu. They are producing onion, and whenever the government intervenes, the such type of decisions and bans are imposed. They are all losers, and they all lose similarly as the Maharashtra farmer loses. Only sometimes some states are given liberty to export, just like Gujarat was given the liberty to export white onions a few months ago. And the Krishnapuram variety of onion coming from Karnataka was given the permission to be exported. So it's a pan India question, not limited for Maharashtra.
And so,
Ajit
how do
Pawar
you
has said that BJP has lost some seats because of onion. It's 100% true. 7 seats we say of BJP in the onion growing areas had to lose. It's Nasik, it's Ahmednagar, it's Dhulia, even Pune, Solapur. All those these are onion producing areas. Even I think one more in Solapur. So these seeds would have won if the onion farmers were not upset against BJP. So onion farmers have first time voted for their crop. They were angry with the government's decision the BJP government had taken, and so they had decided to teach a lesson to the government, which is anti-farmers, anti-onion farmers, and even many other crops have been affected. But onion farmers have definitely voted against the ruling party, and uh, maybe what happens next when the assembly elections come.
Sir, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde also recently made a statement that distress among onion farmers led to electoral loss in Nasik region, whereas soybean and cotton farmers caused difficulty for NDA in Marathwada and Vidarbha.
Definitely, definitely the onion and soybean farmers have been suffering for last 2 years. There are no good prices. Whenever the prices were at a rise, the government came in and it put stock limits and many other restrictions were there. And so the prices of soybean had been low. Even the prices of cotton, they are just around MSP. Now there is a different definition of MSP. First it was minimum support price. Now MSP means maximum selling price. Whenever the prices rise above the MSP, the government comes in and it pulls down the prices to MSP. It happened with cotton, it has happened, it is happening with soybean. And the fresh example is of wheat. This year there was a shortage of international shortage for wheat, and so we had a chance to export wheat. Our prime minister went abroad and they said that we are going to feed the world. And 8 days after that, he came and the wheat export was banned. Now, what happened? The farmers of Punjab and Haryana were in a position to get almost 3,000 to 3,500 rupees per quintal. But because of the export ban, the prices dropped down again to the MSP, which is 22,100 rupees. Again, when there was a shortage, there was a reported shortage. Actually, there was no shortage. But our government officials said that there may be shortage, and the government opened their godowns and released 5 lakh tons of wheats in the open market at a very low price. And the major flour mills and the bakery owners, they bought it, and there was no demand for. So again, the prices of wheat fell down to the MSP. Same thing happens with maize, or even the oil seeds. All oil seeds suffer these restrictions by the government. So now MSP has become the maximum selling price. The farmers of India should now get out of the syndrome of MSP. They should demand free market. You imagine how much Punjab farmers have lost in one season of wheat. Their budget is 14,800 lakh rupees for agriculture in Punjab. But the loss, because if they are losing 1,000 rupees a quintal, the total production of Punjab is around 170 lakh tons of wheat. Means the Punjab farmers has lost more than 17,000 crore rupees just because of government intervention and the export ban and the release of stock by the government. So this is the volume the farmers are losing because of government intervention. This should be stopped. All the farmers of all the crops are not happy with the ruling party. So now they have started showing their regret by voting against the ruling party. This should have happened many years before, many decades before this should have happened. But this is the first time it is seen that the farmers are expressing their regret in their ballot boxes on the ballot papers, and this is a very good sign. I think the ruling party should take a lesson from this, and they should stop looting the farmers, exploiting the farmers. And this is an agrarian country. If the farmer is not happy, if the farmer is not earning anything, how can the desh, how can the country be vikasit? Which they are seeing the dreaming of an vikasit Bharat. It is impossible. In 60% of the population is doing their business at a loss, and they have almost exhausted their purchasing power. They can't purchase anything, so they are not going to the shops. The industry is not blooming. There are no uh, employment. Yeah, there is no employment generation at all, because even if the companies produce, who is going to buy? If there is a saturation, a man doesn't buy cars in dozens, motorcycles in dozens, or TV in dozens. So if this 60% of the population is raised, their standard of living rises to a stage that they are in a position to buy new items which are produced by the industry will develop, it will create employment, and that's the answer for the progress of India. And we can definitely be a Mahaguru just if the government unshackles agriculture.
So, in 4 months, Maharashtra will again witness elections, and this time the state will vote to choose the next chief minister. Do you think the NDA will face any difficulty in the state polls?
Of course, India is going to face difficulties because the farmers are still not happy. The milk farmers are on the road, they are agitating. The onion farmers are furious again because the prices of onion have dropped to 20 to 23 rupees from 35 rupees. They are losing lakhs of rupees per month. The bank loan recovery is on its highest stage. The farmers are not in a position to repay the loans despite their efforts in the farm. They are producing much more. Well, because of the government intervention, they are not in a position to repay the loans, and the bank officials are taking away their lands, taking away their tractors, auctioning them. So the farmers are angry with the government, and they may not support the government in the assembly elections also. The milk farmers are also very angry. The cotton and the soybean farmers are also, even the insurance amount which the farmer pays the premium in Maharashtra, he has to pay 1 rupee premium. and fill his form. The 99 rupees are to be paid by the government, and the rest of the premium has to be shared by the central government and the state government. Yesterday, we had been to Pune. We had an agitation against the insurance company which was employed for our region. And they said that we are ready to pay, but unless we receive the premium, we can't repay. So the government is at fault, not the insurance company. If the government pays the premium, the company will forward it to the beneficiaries, the farmers who have gone through the loss. But the government is not paying, so the insurance company is unable to pay. And there is a law, there is uh, a rule. Unless the insurance company gets the full amount of premium, it will not disperse whatever the loss the insurance has paid for or he is entitled to. If the and they are right at their stage, it's the government's duty, and the government is responsible for the delay. So the farmers are once again angry because the Maharashtra government has not given, even the central government has not given the premium amount to the insurance companies. So I don't think NDA government is going to repeat here in Maharashtra. Actually, you are aware of the political disaster we had seen in last 2.5 years. So that's also a challenge. But the farmers are definitely not happy. And maybe like the Lok Sabha elections, the assembly elections are going to face the fury of the farmers.
The Federal and Velvin Hypermarket jointly present the Thuthukudi Marathon 2024 to raise awareness on drug abuse. The event is co-presented by Edison Cardio Care Center, Tiruchendur, powered by L. Anand Jewelry and Saint Mother Teresa Engineering College, Thuthukudi.